You know what sucks? I already did this build. I actually did this build. I did a complete game using this build. It had some cool moments, but unfortunately I messed up the recording and it was at like 144p. So I'm doing this again. We're going to be using Acidic Blood, which is a pretty, dare I say, memey, eerie add-on. This makes it so that when you exit a tunnel in crawler mode, for the next 20 seconds, any survivor who stuns me takes damage. And you read this add-on correctly. You have to first get into a tunnel, then exit the tunnel, be in crawler mode, and then be stunned by a pallet within 20 seconds. It has so many conditions for like such a mediocre effect. So they should probably buff this. But the perks I'm using are Thwack, Lethal Pursuer, Dissolution, and Surge. Nothing too crazy, but Dissolution pairs really well with Thwack and this add-on, so that's pretty tight. I actually had a moment in the previous match where someone vaulted back into me, triggered Dissolution, it broke, they screamed from Thwack, and then I got them with a tail attack. Okay, it looked way more awesome than it sounds, I swear. So let's go ahead and dive right into the matches. All right, let's get this show started. We're on the Blood Lodge. How many of you remember the old Blood Lodge? You know, the one, the one from ages past where it was like super big and like one of Huntress's best maps, hands down. Hello, you're in the basement. I want to trigger Thwack. Said absolutely nobody ever. Bro. You know what's weird is I'm gonna have like sort of the same commentary as I did last time I did this. I am going absolutely insane. I am psychotic, I swear. Big pre-drop. What's up, bro? I'm gonna chase this dude just for a little bit. There's a hit. I can just keep chasing him. He can't vault any pallets because if he does, Dissolution will break them. It's still active for like another 5 seconds. Okay, I might just M1 here because I'm really bad with Xeno. I'm gonna be honest, I suck at Xenomorph. I don't know. I could never get back into him after like that first like week. That first week playing with him where it was a little OP, but his really fast movement speed in the hit cooldown and everything, that made him like super fun to like pick up and play. You'd even have to be like super good and you could just chill and you'd win a chase here and there. It was actually like really relaxing. It's definitely good that they balanced him out to be a little bit less brain dead, I would say, but man, I really do wish they were able to at least like reduce his hit cooldown from 3 seconds to like 2.7 or something. But yeah, I could never really get back into Xenomorph. I was just found like he was like a worse Nemesis. Especially now that Nemesis has gotten like some major buffs. Nemesis is not a killer to be scoffing at anymore. He is actually kind of a GigaChad. That 6.5 meter tentacle strike is no joke, bro. It is quite a massive buff he got. I've been having so many technical problems over the last 24 hours. I ended up installing a new SSD into my computer, so I had to literally reinstall Windows 11 on that new SSD because I only had 10 gigs of storage left on my old boot drive, and if you know anything about computers, you'll know that's not a whole lot of storage, man. 10 gigs is like nothing. And so I was getting all kinds of slowdown and Windows errors and stuff. And it was just making everyday tasks on my computer really tedious and slow. So now I have a whole terabyte of storage. I went from 120 gigs to 1 terabyte. That's 1,000 gigabytes, more or less. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm gonna be honest, it's sent me back a good 130 Canadian dollars. So I think that's like what, 85, 90 USD or something. I know a lot of my audience is from the United States. The Canadian dollar is It's I don't know if it will see better days, bro. I don't know. Things are a little wild right now. You know, I barely order takeout food anymore, but like the price of hamburgers has gone up like considerably. Like I'm a big burger guy. Like I like to make my own smash burgers and stuff. And 𝗥cie loves them, so. But like if I'm ordering from A&W, like their burgers are like $10, bro. It's like $10 for like the most mid burger ever. I don't know. It's crazy. I think I remember a time when it was like $6, maybe 7. Dude, $10 for hamburgers. Absolute blasphemy. That's nuts. Dude, this add-on would be so much easier to use if it was just when in crawler mode. Just remove all the other stipulations. Just have it when you're in crawler mode and you're stunned by a pallet, the survivor takes damage. You could probably simplify it, just make it so that they get deep wound immediately. Like there's no, oh, if they're injured they get deep wound, but they're healthy become injured. Yeah, just simplify that shit. Behavior's been on a pretty good track record at simplifying things here and there. Although we don't talk about Skull Merchant. And speaking of Skull Merchant, I don't know what they're going to do with her. They've kind of left her in this mangled state for better or worse. It's totally for the worse. I genuinely think the Skull Merchant changes are bad. I really do. I think the Skull Merchant update was just completely overkill. And they didn't go into the update with a healthy mindset whatsoever to like maybe balance the killer in like an interesting way. They just straight up gutted her entire kit. They pulled the 2019 Legion on that shit. They just completely removed everything from her power that made her even somewhat viable. Also, their reasoning for changing her traps because it's quote setting and forgetting, that's crazy, bro. Does Trapper not exist? That's nuts. Maybe shit talking Skull Merchant when Trapper and Ag exists. That's crazy, bro. That's actually like madness. Like I know that behavior, they definitely regret making Skull Merchant. Like I think that's pretty front and center. I mean, there's no way you just treat it like one of the characters in a game like that as the developer, unless you just really hate the fact that you made them. I know that behavior is under a lot of pressure, especially when they're releasing killers like back to back like this. A lot of people think it takes them like 3 months to release a killer. It actually doesn't. They're in development for like a solid year, maybe more. And I'm just a little shocked that a killer like Skull Merchant can make it past all the design phases and then still hit the PTB. It's like, you're telling me nobody thought that that was a bad idea? They're like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, good job, man. Yeah. It's like, bro, the circle jerk that probably goes on there is fucking crazy, bro. Also, Pog disillusion value? Let's go. It makes me a little sad to know that like a lot of the devs have left behavior. Like a lot of the old school developers like McLean have left, Almo have left. Peanuts, like one of the mod managers or like community managers or whatever, has been shifted around, so he's only a CM. I don't know if it was his choice or I can't even claim to know these kind of things, but that's just sad, man. Cause like, oh, who's that guy? Please tell me you guys know who I'm talking about. The pen flipping guy, the guy who was on all the streams. 𝗲𝗏. I think his name was Steven 𝗲𝗏, the pen flipper, dude. Every stream, every dev stream, he would be sitting in front of the camera flipping a pen around. He would do pen like 360s and trick shots and shit. He was crazy. He was fun. I like that guy. I think it was sometime after the Freddy update, like the first one, like the big one that reworked his power. I think it was after that one when he suddenly disappeared. I hope he's doing well, man. I hope honestly all the DBD devs that have left go do other things are doing well. Because what, Louis moved on to do that one Alien game, right? Speaking of Alien, Isolation 2. Let's go, dude. I feel like Isolation still holds up, like other than the cutscenes being like 20 FPS and all the really bad like animations to like people's faces. I think the game still holds up. Like I literally just replayed the game on stream, and it looked pretty okay to me. I don't really have too many complaints, so I look very much forward to an Isolation 2 remaster or an Isolation 2 release with an Isolation 1 remaster. I doubt they would do it, but like a 1v1 mode where you have your friend playing as an alien and then you playing as like Amanda or something, and you got to do like a bunch of objectives. Basically like a survival mode from Isolation 1, but multiplayer. That could be kind of cool. I don't know the logistics of that though. I don't know if that's like something that would perform well in the slightest, but it'd be cool. You know for a fact that I would just have 𝗥cie play as a fucking survivor, and I would just be creepy as fuck with the alien. She's literally like at her desk right now next to me, and she just keeps looking over at me. She's like, nah, you wouldn't do that fucking shit. But she knows I would do that shit. I'd be a fucking menace. I'd be an absolute menace to society. I'm going to try one more time here to get this eerie add-on to work. I've exited a tunnel. Oh, hatch is right here. Okay. There's potential. There's potential for me to get another proc. Let me try it again. Let me try. It's active for another 5 seconds. I'm just going to go in a tunnel, run around a little bit. Maybe I'll get a highlight or something. Oh, I'm not in crawler mode anymore, but it's still active. Not that it matters, because she's literally dead. I can even more her. I can even more her. Dude, I love the finisher Mori system. I think they did a good job on it. It's just what we wanted, was just Cypress Mori base kit, and that's exactly what they did. Hopefully this means that we get Mori cosmetics and like alternate Moris in the store or something. You play so goofy and lame, to be honest. GG's though, GG's though. Bro's toxic, but he's also not toxic. I say GG's, bro. I'm fine. That's so funny, bro. The add-on's so bad though. I don't think it triggered a single time that entire match. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.